Hey guys, what's going on? Militia1 here. This is my first video series for this particular channel. I've done other YouTube videos, but this is my first for this channel. In this channel, I kind of designed it to be, I guess, a militia, survivalist, NWO kind of blog demonstration kind of thing. But as everybody knows, you set out with one intention and your channel ends up being something totally different depending on what people want to hear and what people are interested in. So in the very first video, I thought I would just give a little background information on the New World Order to maybe a beginner to kind of get their feet wet, because there's so much information out there that's good and there's information out there that's bad. There's people that to listen to that are good, and there's people that listen to are not so good. So I'm going to get into that, and I'm going to get into how I became interested in this conspiracy theory and why I think it's plausible. And hopefully you keep an open mind so we both can learn something. Write comments to me, I'll write back, we'll bounce ideas off each other and hopefully get a better understanding of the truth. Okay? So my awakening, if you will, came during the Obama administration this last year. I voted for Obama because I thought he was great, like the rest of the country. I was like, man, Obama is going to lower taxes. He is going to lower unemployment. He's going to get us out of Iraq and get us out of Afghanistan. And why did I think this? Because that's what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to do all these things. That's why I voted for him. So obviously a year later, when he hasn't done any of the things he says, I'm a little perturbed. I'm a little bit more than perturbed. But I'm going to keep my cool. Now, he hasn't done any of the things he says. In fact, he's now thrown the bankers billions and billions of dollars, even though the American people did not want it at all, and it was obvious they didn't want it. We're still in Iraq. We're still in Afghanistan. And he wants to pass this health care bill that nobody wants. In fact, nobody wants it so much that the Democratic state of Massachusetts, one of the most democratic states in the entire union, put a Republican in to block it. And he still wants to push it forward. So when all this stuff happens, you think to yourself, man, what made this dude do a complete 180? Obviously, Barack Obama is not stupid. He's a very smart man. He went to Harvard Law. I mean, you don't just walk into Harvard Law, okay? Is he ignorant? I don't think he's ignorant to the fact of what the American people want. They always want the same thing. What do the American people want? American people want less taxes. American people want lower unemployment. American people want to be out of wars for the most part. Most people want to be out of wars. And the American people want security for the future. Those are the always things that America wants. That's what they want all the time. So I don't think any politician is ignorant to what America wants. And the last thing would be, does Barack Obama have the means? I don't think anybody in the entire world has more means than Barack Obama. He can dictate anything. He's the president of the United States. If he wants something done, most likely, it's going to be done. So then you get to the part, and you think, well, okay, he's not stupid, he's not ignorant, and he has the means to do something about it, then why doesn't he? And everybody always comes to the conclusion, well, special interests. Well, he can't do that because of prescription drug companies will say this. And he can't do that because the oil companies will say that. That's not how the Constitution is supposed to work. They're not supposed to have any say in any political argument, but they do, and people openly admit they do. I don't think one informed person out there would say that they don't think special interest plays a part in political decisions. Would anybody argue with that? I don't think anybody would. So that's a conspiracy theory in itself, because that itself shouldn't exist. So if you are willing to say that special interests play a part in our decision-making or our politicians' decision-making, what is to say that a global government doesn't play a part in that as well? I mean, is it that much of a, is it that bigger of a jump? I don't think it is. I don't think it's that much of a leap to leap on top of that. I mean, everybody admits that we're in Iraq for oil. I mean, why else are we there? Are we really there to help Iraqis? Do you think Americans give two shits about Iraqis? No. We're there for oil. And I think everybody knows that now. And then Another thing about American politics, they always play this Democratic or Republican thing. Did you ever notice how Democrats and Republicans, no matter what their platform is, they always kind of push through the same agenda? It's because they're on the same side. They're all on the same side. Do you think that when Rudolph Giuliani sees Barack Obama, he hits him over the head with a fucking baseball bat? No. They get along and they sing songs and they probably drink beer in the White House. It's just like wrestling. And this shows how long it's been since I watched. You think Hulk Hogan and Razor Ramon get together when they're not in a wrestling ring? Like, you think if Hulk Hogan's walking down the streets of Manhattan and Razor Ramon sees him, you just start fighting in the middle of the streets and like taxi cab drivers have to get out to break them up? No. That's not how real life is. But unfortunately, this is what most Americans get sucked into. They get into this political wrestling match. Everybody has to watch it. Oh, I'm on the Rush Limbaugh team. I'm on the Bill Maher team. You're both dildos. You're both penises. Because they are both gay. If you're so into Rush Limbaugh and so into Bill Maher, you cannot see the truth. The truth that is right in front of you. And America, this is what pisses me off, is America is so important. America is so important because we are one of the only countries that has so much power that allows our citizens to have guns. And I hate to boil it down to something that simple because I know I sound like a little bit of a gun nut, but it's the truth. If we didn't have guns, our government could do whatever they wanted. Look at China and Russia. They can do whatever the fuck they want. We have guns. The government's not going to say, guess what, America, you can only have one child now. You know why? Because everybody would be like, fuck no, this is America. We can have as many children as we want. And if they try to enforce it, we'd have 300 million people fucking storming the gates of the White House, blasting everybody. So they have to respect our decision. And it sounds bad to say that, but the government works for us. They give us what we want. We don't give them what they want. There's like 1,000 people in government. I mean, the politicians, I mean. They're supposed to give us what we want. We're not supposed to work for them. They're supposed to work for us. That's how it's supposed to be. And we're afraid of the government. Like, oh, the government's going to come in and take our rights away. Taking our rights away. It's bullshit. And you see this stuff all the time. That only since I started to open my eyes and really think about it, has, like, anytime there's a terrorist plot, or anytime something happens, what they always want to do, take guns away. Let's take guns away. Or they want to take some freedom away. Some freedom. So basically, because some guy is going to attack us, we're going to take more of our freedoms away, then they're winning. If we have to change our lives, then they're winning. You know what I mean? And America is so dumb because we're so PC. We can't just say, hey, that Arab over there, I think he's got a bomb strapped to him. No, we have to search everybody. We have to search a 2-year-old girl from Wisconsin to see if she has a bomb on him. When we know it's that motherfucker right there. America is dumb, and it's time to wake the fuck up. And the only thing I ask you if you watch these videos is just have an open mind. Even if you don't agree with everything that's said, at least think about it. Because if you think about it and you see it happening, you might be like, oh man, that's true. He did make one good point at least. So watch my videos. Let me know what you think. Let me know how bad I suck. And I will see you in other videos. I'll see you in part 2. I don't know how many parts the series is going to be, but I'll check you guys later.